Okay, so our school that I'm gonna be testing with today will be Westview. So you could just follow along, or you could do the same on your own school. So you could either select this school from the drop down and click Site Manager, or you could always just click Site Manager from that front main page. So once you're logged in and you click on Site Manager, it should bring you back to this page, which is the home page and your summary tab. I'm going to give you a quick overview of what the expectations are for the home page, and then we will go back to each individual one of these. So for most of you, for most of the schools, we added the apps that we thought would be useful for the front page for each school. So notice how you have that generic rotating image on that front page slideshow of your school. You have one for announcements, upcoming events, welcome, quick links, district links, and maps and directions. If you do not have these, please feel free to send me an email, or if for some reason you're not able to add an app, again, just send me an email with the detailed issue, and then I will be able to assist you right away. I also wanted to note, just in case you're like, well, what is A, B, or C? These are just the areas in which these apps will be located on your front page. So notice how D will be that welcome message here. B, usually I would use this for announcements. So again, we are going through all the schools, and I expect to kind of see the announcements app there. Because I know some of you may start adding different apps, but we're just trying to keep consistency within all schools. If you again, if you're not able to add an app, or if you're just not sure how to do it, please send me an email and I will help you out with that. So again, we will come back to all of these. But since we're here, I wanted to also show you how each school will have the total amount of visits. So this is just statistics. So pretty much whether people click on your school, click on your channels, this will show you all of those. It's kind of like that Google Analytics. So it just shows you the number of visits that you've had so far. So again, just to give you an example, that's how many visits this school has had. So now we're going back to the general overview. So notice again, I know last week I mentioned we talked about channels. So these here are what we call channels. Each channel has a section, and each section has a page. However, the main channels you will not add, delete, or just rename or remove any of these. These were set by the communications department for all schools. Now, I understand that there are some schools, for instance, high schools have another tab called athletics. But again, that was just the general standard that we provided all schools with at the beginning of the school process. At the end of October, the only reason why we do not want you to add additional channels is because these are the specific channels that the people that are working with our template will add to your new template. So anything different than that will be lost. So please make sure that you do not delete these or rename these. So now we're going to move on to showing you what the sections look like. So I'm going to click on About Us. And again, this is your section workspace. So again, this is where you would add sections to your already there channel. Notice how some of you might have these, which are the generic ones that we added. These you could feel free to delete them, rename them. Maybe principal's page does not apply to you. Maybe you want to name it something different. This is where you would do that. So feel free to add more to these. However, there is a limit of 7, only because we do not want to see, and just to give you a quick view, we do not want to see more than uh, 7 on your drop down menu, only because it would break the template. And also the more you add to them, we just want to make it easier for parents to navigate. You can add pages under each one of these, but just we don't want to have 15 sections on the drop down menu. We're trying to stay away from what we currently had with the district site. So we're going to add a new section. Let's click on new section, and I'm going to name mine test. Remember, everything you do here is live, so just make sure that you delete everything once you're done. For the time being, I know some of you have probably already done some research on that how do I tab, and It shows you how you can do different types of sections and different types of pages and maybe 1 column, 2 columns. But just for now, only because I know most of us are beginners, I would definitely recommend that you just click on blank section and then click on save. Later on in other trainings, I will show you how to do different sections, but just right now, I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. So once you've created your section, you still need to create a page under your section. So what you would do is you would click on the word test, so the title of your section, and notice how now you're in that page workspace. So you would click on new page, and you have, again, different types of pages here, which once you feel comfortable, feel free to play with some of these. But for the most part, what I would recommend is to just use the Flex page default. It has everything that you would need. And the rest of these, unless you know what you're doing, I would just definitely recommend Flex page default for now. You want to name the page the same. So I'm just going to name mine test again. And you would click on save. Again, now to add text to your page, you would click again on the name of the page, and it'll bring you here. So notice how your Flex page editor has, like I said, everything that you would probably need. It's very similar to your Word, to the menu toolbar. So it pretty much does it all for you. You can copy and paste from Word, but again, just like everything, you need to change that format once you copy and paste it here. Or this is okay. So sometimes this is a perfect example. This might happen where it just gets stuck on a page. It might be the browser, but again, I'm using a different browser right now. So all you have to do is you just go back to your original page. And there we go. Now it works. So again, this might happen. You might run into this, and it's not because it's broken. It's just it gets stuck sometimes. So this is where you would add your text. Your text. I would just say. For those of you that just logged in, make sure that you turn off your headset. Otherwise, there will be that feedback, and we all could hear it. Okay. So this is a test. That would be my text. Now notice how here you have different tools. The ones that you will run into the most, because I know I've received some emails, is how do I add a document to a page or a PDF? So again, our preference is PDFs only because it's easier for others to open them. Not everybody has the same Word file, so it would give them that message that says download or save as. Instead of just opening like a PDF does. So what you would do if you want to add a document to your page would be the following. You would click on this icon here, which is the paper clip, and it's the insert file link. And then this is expecting that you would have that file already somewhere on your desktop or on your documents. So with upload file selected, you would click on browse. And I'm just gonna get a PDF that I already have here. So, okay, where do I have? Okay, so there we go. So I'm gonna choose this PDF, and then I'm gonna click on continue. Fine. Okay, let me try a different one. Okay, I'll check this one. Okay, let's just try this again. Like I said, today we've just been having some technical difficulties with our system here. Okay, so I don't know if some of you are experiencing the same problem, but usually it would let you existing file. Okay, let's just check this one. Okay, that one. Okay, there we go. So usually it would just automatically bring you to this page here. And then target, you don't really need to worry about this, but this is just when people click on your document, you want them to open that document on the same window or on a different one, or you could just leave it as it is and then insert file. So again, now you have your test file there. So this is now a link. Now the same would happen for a URL to an external site, whether it's to another page within your website, to a district site, or to a Google site. What you would do for a URL is you would click on the insert edit link icon. I would just select web address. Again, it would work the same for an email address, but for now I'm just going to select web address. And then you would do target again. You could leave it. You could choose whichever one you want. Insert link. And then now you have your URL there linked to. The same would work for a picture since we're already in this page. I know some of you, and again, you don't want to add more than maybe 3 documents. There are other pages you could use if you just want to add a bunch of documents. There's the Flex library file, which is just specifically made to add a great amount of documents. And the same goes for links. You don't want to add too many links because we do have a quick links app. So you might want to use that one instead. And the same goes for pictures. But I know if in case some of you just want to have just small text here and a picture, this is what you would do. You would click on this icon, insert image, browse. I'm going to look for one of my pictures. Now I'm just going to say thumbnail size just for now. Oh, it's doing the same thing again. Sorry about that. Existing image. Okay, let's do a clip art of the ones that they have. So again, they have here clip arts too, and you can search. They have a library of clip arts that you can select from. So for instance, athletics, you would find all these athletic clip arts. So just in case you don't have your own picture. So I'm just going to select one. Let's just select that one. Insert image. Oh, it's telling you that you need to add a text. So just test. And again, you can arrange the size of your picture here, or you could just resize it when it's here. This works the same as your Word template if you want to center your picture. You can use your toolbar here to align it center, left, right. And that's what your picture would look like. So now we're going to click on save. And again, make sure that you delete the page once you're done if you're just testing. And I'm going to click on view website. So this is what my page looks like currently. And again, you can add your own picture. Usually it works. I apologize for that. But if not, you could always use their clip art.
Shut up.
I don't know what's going on with the system today. So now, back to the original one. So you created a test page under that About Us channel. But I don't want everyone to see it right now because remember, everything's live. So there's a few ways of doing it. One, you can just completely delete your section from here. Or and this might be useful for some of you, if you are still working on a page, but maybe you don't want to make it public for everyone else to view just yet, you can always click on active, and that will make your page inactive until your page is ready, and then you can just save it. That might help because I know right now there's a lot of under construction. I mean, we're just adding content. That's what we figured we would do. But since now you all should have access to your school sites, this would be a good time to start removing that message that says under construction and then just applying content to it. And if the page is not ready, then feel free to press active or inactive. So in this case, I'm just going to click back on it, and I'm just going to delete the section entirely. So I would click on delete, and it asks you to type it again. Confirm. So that is pretty much what you would need to know with channels, sections, adding a page, linking to documents, and linking to URLs. Now, for this next part of the training session, I'm going to go back here to our homepage. And notice before I move on to the next step, there is that How Do I tab everywhere. What the How Do I tab, what it does is you will find, resources, tutorials. I think there's even video tutorials that SchoolWires provides for you. So whether it's how to add a link, all you have to type is the word, and you should be able to find everything here. If not, like I said, usually for all of these basic tools, I've had my YouTube channel, and towards the end, I will show you that link to it. I've been sending a weekly update on Thursdays with all of the frequently asked questions, as well to the links to my YouTube videos. So feel free to check those videos out, and these training sessions will be uploaded there every week.
Ms. Newman, please dial extension
So
1.
we're going to go back here to the home page.
Please dial extension 1.
And remember how I mentioned that we would go through every single one of these? The first thing I want to show you, and again, there's a YouTube video on this that I uploaded on just to how to create that front page slideshow. You might want to take notes, or again, as long as you review this video, because there are a few steps that will that you'll need to do in order for it to work. Otherwise, you won't see it there. So the first thing to do is you would click on Manage Apps and Layout, and then you would click on Add App. Okay. So the one that you would select would be Photo Gallery app. Well, what you want to do, because we have a library of, many apps, and you want to make sure that you know which one's yours, I recommend naming it the same as your school. So in this case, Westview K through 8. And then I'm going to tell you what the specific width and height expectations are for your slideshow. Otherwise, it breaks the template and it doesn't work. So the width and height for these are 726 width. And you could just do a space maybe. 726 width times 368 height. And then you're going to click on Save. So, but it is very important that you remember this. Otherwise, you will not see your front page slideshow, and you will break the template. And then you're going to hear an email from me saying, "Oh, this is what you needed to do." So, just click on Save. Now, notice how you'll see both of them. I will show you in a second how to get rid of mine, because anything that's white, it means it's shared district wide, which means we probably created that one for you. But you will need to remove mine in order for yours to work. So first thing you want to do, even though you won't see any pictures right now, just get rid of mine. So you just click on the X and you just click on yes. And once you're done with that process, then you just click on I'm done. Okay, so now you're here. You have your photo gallery, but there are no pictures in there, which is normal. So you would just click on your photo gallery that you created. And remember how I told you that that number would come in, would be important to remember. That's because if you leave it as it is with 600, it will not work and it will break your template. For this specific template, you need to make sure that it says 726 width. Otherwise, it will not work. And then you would click on Let's Get Started. So now we're here in this section, and this is where you would start uploading your pictures. You can, I would definitely recommend that you resize your pictures before you upload them. That'll make, that way on that slideshow, they all look similar. Also, I recommend that it's a high resolution picture. Otherwise, what I've seen in some schools is because it's probably not a recent picture at all, or even high resolution. It just stretches out the picture and it does not look nice on that front page. So just make sure that they're resized and that they're high resolution. And then you would click on Upload Photos. And then you would click on Browse. And you would select the pictures that you already have. So mine, there. And by the way, you can select multiple at a time or one at a time. Okay, and I'm just going to do 4 for now. And I recommend a small number of 3 or 4. Otherwise, it gets maybe overwhelming for someone visiting your website. Then you would click on upload. And again, if you made a mistake, you can always click on remove on any one of these. Okay, so notice how they're all here. What you do next is each and every one of them, you will have to adjust the size. So I'm going to click on adjust photo. And again, you have different tools here, just in case you want to play with your pictures. Otherwise, what I just do is I go to adjustment, resize. It's this, what Keep Proportions does is it keeps proportions because I gave it a width for my photo gallery. So it's already giving it the height of 487. If you want to do the exact width and height that I mentioned earlier, then all you do is you just click on this button here and you make sure that it says 368 because those are the exact width and height that it requires. Then you click on apply and then you click on save. You can give it a name. So I'll just say test 1 and that one's saved. You would do the same thing for the rest of them. So I'll do one more here. Resize, and again, you can use all these tools here, but preferably it just works better if it's a high resolution picture. Otherwise, it just stretches out the picture and it does not look nice. Then you change it here. You click on save. You don't have to give it a name, but I just wanted to show you that the option was there. And you click on save again. Okay, and then just last picture. Okay, so now you're all done uploading and fixing your pictures. Before you click on publish, you need to make sure that you click on options. Make sure that, again, that's the right, this is just the name of your gallery. So for those of you that maybe forgot to name your to rename this photo gallery the name of your school, and maybe you just left it as photo gallery, make sure you change it here. That way you know which one's yours. Again, the width, make sure it's set to 726. And gallery type, you need to change that to JSON object. Otherwise, you will not see your front page slideshow. So if for some reason you're like, I published it and I still don't see it, it's probably because you missed this one step. Once you select that type, then you click on save. And now you can click on publish. Are you sure you want to publish? You just say yes. And now let's view our front page slideshow. So notice how we have a new front page slideshow there. So that is pretty much all you would need to do on for your front page slideshow. Again, if the width is not correct, what happens is, and I've seen it in some cases and I've had to fix it myself, it breaks the template. Therefore, all these 3 global icons here disappear. This disappears, and I believe even the name of your school disappears. So just make sure that if it's not working for you, do not keep adding, and we'll go back here to the home page. This is where it all started. Do not keep adding photo galleries because you can create as much as 100 and it still won't show on the front page. So make sure that if you created it once and you're not seeing it, please send me an email and I will check that for you. But do not keep adding the same app because it might break your template. So this is for the front page, and again, it will only work. You have to delete once you create yours. You have to remove mine, otherwise you won't see it. Now we're going to move on to announcements. I'm going to click on announcements, and again, if you do not have this app, please let me know, and I will show you how to add it to the section B. If not, if it's already there, all you do is you click on the announcements app, and you pretty much just add, and I won't add another one here. I will show you how, but I won't save it because this school already has noticed the section with announcements. But what you would do is you click on new announcement. You give it a title. So so notice how it says this title will display in some areas. In area B, for some reason, it does not display the title. So what you do is you just add your text here. So you would just add, this is a test, and you would click on save, and that would automatically show your announcement there. And I'm going to do it really quick. Oh, test, and then I'll delete it. So test announcement, view website. Notice how there's my test announcement there. So let's delete it before anyone else notices. But you can, again, just like a page, make it active or inactive. I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And although it probably lets you add multiple announcements, make sure that you keep the font the same, because I've seen some where this font's different, and then like you just saw mine was tiny. So just make sure that you keep the font the same, and also make sure that you add only a few of them. So this announcement is just the text of the announcement. If it's more events, remember that's what you have your calendar for, which we will move on to that one. But this is just to show you what the expectations are on the front page. So we'll go back here. Remember, every time you click on that, the white cloud next to your school, and you click on home page. So you have that, and then this is the other one that I really wanted to show you. If you do not have this one, again, let me know and I will help you on how to add that one. So what this one is, it's pretty much the same Flex Editor app that Pages have. We added that to that front page, and this could be technically your welcome message. Again, feel free to compare to other schools or to review what other schools are doing if you want a general idea of what to put on your front page. So pretty much this is just like a page. It has the same tool. So all you would do is just add a short message here, and that's what you would show on your front page. Now, I did notice that some schools put this as a test or practice. Again, make sure that you remove that from your front page. You want it to really be a welcome message, not like a practice or a test message. Upcoming events and view, the view calendar here. Usually the calendar events are uploaded here, but let's check to see if they have calendar events. So this is white. Okay, so they do not have a calendar event just yet, and I will show you how to add one. So we'll go back here, back to the home page. Before we move to the calendar, though, I did want to show you how earlier I mentioned that anything that says shared district links, those were added by us. So you won't be able to delete that one, but you can add a Sites Shortcuts app, which we named Quick Links. Remember, you can rename apps. So you can add links to the site shortcuts, and I will show you how to do that. You would click on New Link. Oh. You click on Save. So let's see what it looks like on the front page. So notice how under Quick Links, you have, this is a test. And most of you have this Quick Links app. If you don't, or if you need help, please let me know and I will take care of that. Let's just delete it for now. Okay, so just to do a quick review of what we've seen so far is I showed you how to replace that front page. We went over as to what expectations are. So please do not change. This has happened before. Do not change or add any more apps. This is what the front page would look like. So otherwise, it just breaks the template. And if you need help, let me know. But pretty much these are all the apps that you would see on that on that front page, and they're very easy to use. So moving on to the calendar, I know some of you are already adding events to your calendar, which is great. But for those of you that still want to know how to add events, you would go to New Event. And it usually starts at that same date, so make sure that you check the date here. I'm going to add this is a test. You check the date. The start date would begin here. Start time. If you do not have a start time, you could just say all day, and it'll show that same way. If you do, but you don't have an end time, you can just select no end time. If you do have an end time, you could just leave it as is. This is optional. You just write a text. Now for category, we created just some generic labels that we thought some schools might need. So feel free, if you have a specific color or if there's one that you would like to be added, just let me know and we can add more for you. But what this does is it just gives it a specific color to your event. So you would click on save.
Oh, she can't hear me.
And then notice how it's pink. So again, it doesn't have to be pink or any of the other colors from the labels, but this is just a way of maybe having some events that stand out more than others. And what happens is that the usually, unless you edit another one, but this is a test, it would show under upcoming events. So calendar items show under upcoming events. If you don't see anything, it's because there's nothing on that calendar. So now we'll go back here. And again, if you just select it, you can just delete it from here. And that one's gone. So, so that's how you add calendar events. You can also import calendar events. There is on that How Do I tab, you could type in calendar events, and it does require a CSV file. So it'll give you more detailed instructions there, or you can contact me. But there is a way of importing calendar events. Now, another thing that I wanted to show you, oh, and again, since we're here, if you click on all statistics, this is how many views your page has had. I know we talked about this a little bit at the beginning, but I just wanted to show you the main tab where you would see everything. So in case your principal or someone else at your school wants to know, you can show them here. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is we've been adding a PTA section under parents for all schools. So we created this for you. You don't have to worry about it. There will be more details sent out because I know some PTA members want to work with you, the web content managers, as to how to add content for your page. But just to show you, we created already a section that has their welcome message, maybe contact information, and quick links. And it would be pretty much the same. So contact us is the Flex editor. Quick links is the one that I just showed you. And then the welcome message, again, is the Flex editor. So just so you know, you don't have to worry about this page. It's already been created for you. If you want more specific details, please let me know. Also, now that we're here, I know this is, I don't know if we have anyone from Westview School today here at the training, but some of the expectations are, in terms of content, we are reviewing every single school. I know that at the beginning we added some pages for you, but we expect them, I guess, not just us, parents, they just don't want to see pages that say under construction. I mean, if our tabs do not relate to your school, you can always delete them or you can rename them to something, but just make sure that you add content to your school. Pretty much that's the idea right now. They just want to see content. We also created a staff directory for all schools to make sure that you do not delete our page, because I know some of you created your own, but we just wanted to keep a standard page for all schools just in case you didn't have one, and they can view their teacher sites from here. So just to give you a quick idea. Oh, I don't know why that one didn't go, but they should all be here. Again, if you don't see, this is what I'm talking about. If you don't have academic programs, maybe you can add a message there, but we're trying to stay clear from all the under constructions because parents just want to see more content. And in a nutshell, this is what I wanted to show you for today's training. I also wanted to cover that every Thursday I send the weekly report, and in that weekly report, there's frequently asked questions as well as links onto these tutorials here. But please feel free to visit my YouTube page. We set it up as private so that it doesn't show other videos of related information. But if you need the link, let me know. It's usually here and available for everyone, and I believe in type it. Oh, it's this one. For anyone that wants to just copy and paste it. But these are very detailed instructions on how to create, for instance, a calendar item, color of your template, front page slideshow, and just these sessions will always be there. Also, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. One more thing that I wanted to cover is if you need others to have access to your school site, please make sure that your principal sends me an email with their first name, last name, and email address, and also the section. So for instance, if Jane Jones needs access to arrival and dismissal procedures, then I would need Jane Jones, her email address, and the section, and I will take care of that. But again, this needs to come from your principal. We're just trying to keep track of all people that have access to your school. And again, if you have questions, feel free to contact me, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.